And you don't got to be scared. You can stick your head in here and mess with it if you have to.
You want to put it between us, or is that you gonna be able to pick us up?
Yeah,
Number 4,
We can run it behind ours.
Number 6, the junior,
thank you.
Number 12,
Hey, what's the website for the live stream?
It's on YouTube.
junior, Cole Antown.
Ferndale.
What's that?
Pretty fancy.
Is that good stuff?
Dude, don't go hogging the mic on me.
What's that?
Don't go like hogging the mic.
Hey, play-by-play guy, diva.
Number 22, the sophomore, Isaiah Carlson. Number 23, a senior, Andrew Fox. And number 34, a junior,
I love how I said true blue wing tee.
Number 56, a senior, Kenneth Rucker. Number 64, a sophomore, Jordan Mason. Number 65, a sophomore, Jake Mason. Number 66, a sophomore, Landon Hatchett. Number 79, a junior, Trey Kyle. Number 87, a junior, Xander.
And Matt, I'll remind again, just 1 minute here, then the next interview, please. Thank you.
Ooh, Lyndon's already out of the locker room. They're ready.
We want to thank Tom Dibble and his staff and trainers for being on hand here tonight. Madison Abbott, Victoria Diaz, Sammy Diaz, Luke Wells, and Sarah Sanchez.
Oh, it's so quiet in here.
We want to thank Tyler Haynes, Kate Hirschhorn, and the Ferndale Cheer Squad for being on hand tonight. Thank you very much for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, this year our season depends on the cooperation and support from everyone to follow the safety guidelines set by the Washington Department of Health, the Governor's Office, Washington Interscholastic Activities Association, and Washington County Department of Health. As we have seen, the opportunity to play sports can be taken away from the spread of COVID-19. We ask that everyone in attendance wear a facial covering, use proper hygiene, keep yourself and your family safely apart from other families. Our ability to follow these guidelines will go a long way in determining record. Back up, mascot, and washout. Passes the time to center field for the coin toss. We have some of you are camped out around the stadium. We thank you for being here and your hope to at least listen to tonight's contest. We will do our best to keep you up to date on what's going on the field. Then it went to coin toss, they defer to the second half. All right, the season that has no playoffs, no state championships. This is the biggest rivalry in the county. Tonight's a big game. For both of you fans in the same room, I hear you all night long. At this time, we're going to have our national anthem sung by Ferndale's very own Jose Day.
Cut into it, we will. Okay, Matt, we can take it back anytime. Okay. And Matt, if you think about it, talk a little louder. I can barely hear you.
Turn me down a little bit.
Folks, we're back here at Ferndale High School. Mark Stolten along with Josh Wright. So glad to have you tuned in. It is the biggest rivalry in Whatcom County. High school football, at least. Ferndale taking on Linden. Josh, you had a chance to make contact with some guys that used to wear the uniform this week, right?
Yeah, probably one of the funner ones I talked to was Jake Locker last night. He said his best memory wasn't the game and the moments in the game, It was when he went to lunch as a sophomore, and he saw that about probably 3,000 people lining up from the gate all the way to the tennis courts, already waiting to get into the stadium. And that's when he kind of realized, oh crap, this is going to be a big game. And yeah, I talked to quite a few guys this week, so I'm excited to talk about some of their personal experiences. These are memories that will last a lifetime for a lot of these players, Mark.
Linden will kick off. Ferndale will receive here on their home field. Golden Eagles in the almost all black uniforms, the dark blue numbers. Many times tonight you'll hear my speech on why dark numbers on dark jerseys are a bad thing. The Linden Lions lining up right in front of us, the 35-yard line. They're in the road white.
All white versus all black, Mark, and they're both wearing yellow helmets.
Green and gold numerals for Linden. Lions put the foot into it, and we're underway here at Ferndale tonight. Kick taken at the 5, return from our left to our right across the 10, approaching the 15-yard line. Beg your pardon, off by a stripe. That's across the 25-yard line. And they will take over there first and 10. Looks like that's about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, I'm most interested to see how Ferndale comes out. We typically see them in a big wing T formation, 9 guys on the line, and they're going to flat out try to run it over you, Mark.
Golden Eagles led up by quarterback Hayden Rasmussen. In the wing T set, 3 running backs are Thomas Brosell, Isaiah Carlson, and Ryan Pelton. First down, Ferndale. Handoff, running play to the left side, out across the 30, 35, 40, 41, call it the 42-yard line.
That looks like that was Pelton.
That's Pelton.
So yeah, you're seeing right out of the gate. That's just off tackle, right between the guard and the tackle, and he rips off a huge run right out of the gate.
To the 41-yard line. Ferndale their own 41. Folks, I'll tell you behind the scenes story. I called Ferndale Athletic Director Eric Tripp this week, and when I got him, when he answered his phone, he was standing on the field here trying to get the scoreboard to work. And I'll tell you what, it didn't, because they had to put the tiny little temporary one in the corner. Golden Eagles will line up on second down. Running play over right guard. That's Pelton again. Gain of a couple out to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, he was gang tackled there by Matthew Furt from Linden. And it looked like also number 4, Ian Jacob, was there for the Lions. Not much of a gain on that one.
Ferndale, that wing T set, low these many years. Quarterback is Hayden Rasmussen, again listed at 5'10", $150. He's in the shotgun. Wingman to the left in the wing T set, 1 receiver to the right. Handoff, running play, straight ahead. Across the 45, 46, about the 47-yard line. That is the super sophomore Isaiah Carlson. With the carry. He's a stud.
Yeah, he's absolutely a stud. And they did a good job that time. Linden did. He was first met in the hole by Taven Van Galen. And that's basically the only way you can stop Isaiah Carlson is you got to bring a pack of Lions to come get him, because he is a special talent, Mark.
They call him 6'2", 215. He looks every bit of that.
That means he's up 25 pounds since his freshman campaign. Wow. Quarterback
Rasmussen, wingman to the left in the wing T set. Here they come on the end around. Across midfield, Linden territory, 45 down to the 43-yard line.
That's your guy, Brosell.
Leaping over the pile that time, that absolutely is. Thomas Brosell, the junior running back, 6'1", 180. That's a Brosell name we've called a few times before, Josh.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Ever since I've been doing this with you, Mark, there's always a Brosell on the field. And it looks like that tradition is going to carry, because they are very athletic players. And I know, talking to Coach Plankovich, he's just so thankful he has Jacob out there this year.
Golden Eagles from the Linden 43. Quarterback Rasmussen is wearing a mask on the field as he plays. Handoff, run to the left. There goes Isaiah inside the 20, 15, down to about the 12-yard line. Carlson, he has got another gear that a lot of guys don't have.
And he just got up disappointed, Mark, because he had one guy to beat between him and the end zone. And that was just a straight wing T off tackle play right there. I'm going to leave my fullback on your middle linebacker, and I'm going to get my best athlete in space. And I'll tell you what, if he runs like that tonight, it's going to be a long night for these Linden Lions. They got to find a way to stop that guy.
The Golden Eagles from the Linden 12-yard line. We're only 2.5 minutes in. The Golden Eagles on the march. Quarterback Rasmussen up under center. Split backs in the backfield. Takes a snap, handoff, running play, straight ahead, bounce off the pile. Angles left side, nobody's there to grab him. He's down inside the 3, down to the 2 before he falls down.
Yeah, It looked like they had him sewn up at the line of scrimmage, but he just kept his feet pounding.
Josh, was that Brosell again?
No, that was Pelton.
Pelton, there we go.
Yeah, Pelton just doing that veer off the left like they so often do. And he kept his feet moving, and nobody brought the finishing tackle. He got down to the one, but I did see a penalty flag come in late.
Flag is down on the play. 4 of our 5 officials are conferring over there on the far side.
As we look down here on the sideline, I think it's pretty cool that Jake Walker is back on staff at Ferndale Golden Eagles.
As it should be, by the way.
We were just talking to Tripp about how a new stadium, he's like, this is the last time you're going to have to climb that ladder, Mark. We're like, why is that? He's like, I'm going to have a new stadium in 2022. And
very cool.
Very cool. And we jokingly said it would probably be called Jake Walker Field.
That was my attempt at comedy. I guess I'm only half kidding when you think about it.
I don't know.
He might be. It's not really his style, though, is it?
It is not his style. I wouldn't agree with you more.
Golden Eagles will line up. It's 1st and goal.
I wonder what the flag was because there was no yardage marked off.
They're at the 1 yard line. Quarterback Rasmussen takes the snap. Handoff, straight ahead power. There they go, barreling their way toward the end zone. And they are in. Touchdown, Ferndale.
I think that's your guy right there, Pelton. That just slammed it in right off left tackle. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Thomas. That was Brosell.
Brosell takes it in from a yard out. Folks, forgive us if you please. The dark numbers on the dark jerseys could be an issue all night. We'll tap dance our way through it as best we can. Fact remains, Golden Eagles get the 1 yard touchdown run. They strike first here on their home field.
And I think it's important to note here that Coach talked about how young his team is. He's got 3 seniors on defense, 2 on offense, and this is a fired up Ferndale team, Mark.
Golden Eagles on for the extra point. There's the snap, spot, kick is up, and it's good. And just that fast, didn't take very long at all. We're less than 3 minutes in. Ferndale on their home field out in front 7-0. We'll take a break and come right back on KPUG and KPUG1170.com.
I said Jacob Brosell. It's Thomas Brosell.
Point makes it Ferndale 7, Linden nothing. We'll get our first look at this Linden offense to be led by quarterback Baylor Ayers.
Yeah, you'll have to forgive me. I think I said Jacob Purcell in the moment, and that would be obviously older brother. Who's
I was going to say, I think you're the first radio guy ever to say an older brother's name.
Yes, yeah, it's never happened, right? Especially, I mean, it's kind of like when you have Brusells, they just keep coming. And somebody reminded me, it's like the lockers back in the day.
That's true.
There was just a locker on almost
Jake
every team.
And Brady and Casey. At one point, I think the state championship year, they were all on the team.
Yeah, and then you look at the dads and the uncles. Like you had Scott, and then what was the guy at Western that was the all-time leading rusher? Pat Walker, of course. So, yeah, rich history here at this Ferndale program, and I just want to say this is a young Ferndale team that just came out of the locker room really fired up. It'll be interesting to see how Linden responds.
You can probably hear the wind on our crowd mic, and I beg your pardon, one of the guys on the special teams for Ferndale has to go hold the ball. Kick is taken by Linden across the 20, 25, 30, 35, ball is loose, and the Golden Eagles are celebrating like they jumped on it. Let's see.
They did.
That was Caleb Wheeler, the starting running back for Linden. He got decked, the ball came out, he fumbled, and Ferndale jumps on it. Golden Eagles have the early lead, and they have the ball back. They will be 36 yards away. Just over 3 minutes in, try to add another score onto this lead.
I'm pretty sure that was Kai Tips that recovered that. He's listed as a 6 foot, 165-pound senior, and that might just been the play of his senior year right there. You just heard that sideline erupt, Mark, when that ball got crushed out of Wheeler's hands.
Here come the Golden Eagles. Rasmussen takes the snap. Hand off, run to the left, cut back toward the middle. Across the 35 to the 34-yard line. Looks like that's only going to be 2 yards by Isaiah Carlson.
What that was knows that was just a wing T veer left right there, and they're basically, you see Isaiah, he comes out, he's got the lead block from Pelton, and then he just kind of is patiently waiting for a hole. That's when Linden's got to step up and bring a linebacker right there and fill it, and that time they did.
Call it 2nd down and 8 for the Golden Eagles. They're at the Linden 34-yard line. Rasmussen up under center, takes the snap, hand off, straight ahead dive play. No gain, maybe 1 yard to Ryan Pelton. Running straight ahead, Pelton wearing number 34 on that Golden Eagle uniform. Will bring up a 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, that was a great job there by Carter Van Diest for Linden. He just stepped up and caught him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 great plays right there by the Linden defense. Brings up a 3rd and very long here for the Golden Eagles.
We'll call it 3rd down and 7. Quarterback Rasmussen comes all the way over to the sideline, confers with Coach Plankovich. Make sure they have the play call that they want.
Hearing a lot of noise from that Linden sideline right now. They're trying to get their guys motivated.
Pretty good showing from a small crowd. 3rd and 7. Rasmussen takes the snap. Hand off, running play right side across the 30 down to about the 28, maybe the 27-yard line. That's Ryan Pelton again. He's going to be a yard and a half short.
Flashbacks of Gator Fox. I just saw him just run
Good
over.
reference.
Gosh, man, I love watching me some Gator Fox. That time, the first guy that got there was actually an anchor, and he bounced off of him and wrapped him up late. It's going to bring up 4th and what looks to be maybe a 2 or even 1. This is a huge play in the game here early.
Golden Eagles from the Linden 27-yard line will go for it on 4th and short. Rasmussen takes the snap. Hand off, run to the left. Oh, I don't think he got it.
He didn't get it.
Defensive line got a great surge. They wrap him up and throw him down. Josh, that didn't go anywhere.
I think Cade Slayton just came screaming off his outside linebacker position, hit him right in the legs. They didn't seal the outside end that time, and they smacked him right when he got the ball. Big play by Linden to respond to that early turnover, Mark.
And there's the official signal that the ball does belong to Linden. The defense holds. A job well done.
You remember these games of these big teams like this, it often comes down to turnovers, and that time Linden responded after the turnover. Great job by the Lions.
Here comes the Lions offense. Baylor Ayers is the quarterback this year, again split duty with Hefner last year. Ayers is in the shotgun. The senior at 6'2", 205. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hand off, Wheeler straight ahead across the 30, 35, breaks into the clear 40, about the 42, maybe the 43-yard line. Good looking run straight ahead. Caleb Wheeler, he's only 5'7", but 185 pounds of muscle. He got into the clear that time by himself.
He looked like he was shot out of a cannon there, Mark. He got up on the 2nd level very fast.
Lions will line up out at about the 43-yard line. 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Hand off, Wheeler again over left guard, bounces off the pile, stumbles forward across the 45, falls to about the 47, call it the 48-yard line. Maybe a gain of about 4.
Yeah, one of the things Coach Van Dalen said this week in talking to him is he said Caleb Wheeler runs a lot like D'Lo did. He said there were times last week
Steven DiLorenzo.
D'Lo is what we like to call him.
Yep.
So that's a really big praise coming from Coach Van Dalen.
5 receivers set for the Lions, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Ferndale up early, 7-0 here on their home field. Quarterback Ayers takes the snap, does a little dance, gets to midfield, and will lean his body beyond to the 49-yard line. Happy feet that time for quarterback Baylor Ayers, but it worked for him. Keeps the play alive, brings up about a 3rd down and 3.
So that's one of the things that you'll see a lot of Baylor Ayers tonight. He's the senior quarterback. Typically, you see him and Slayton sharing the time, but with it being a shorter season this year, you'll see Ayers in there a lot. Being the senior that he is, he has to lead this team tonight, Mark.
Just on the business side of midfield. Linden at the Ferndale 49. 3 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Wheeler in the backfield. Quarterback Ayers takes the snap. It's a keeper to the right. That's going to be a short gain. They needed 3 yards. He may have only got 1 on that carry.
That time you saw a very, what looked like the offensive line for Linden kind of getting stood up at the point of attack. Coach Van Dalen talked about this being one of his bigger offensive line, about 255 across the front. They got to win those battles.
On 4th down and about 2.5, Linden going to go for it all the way from the Ferndale 48. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. That's Ian Jacob by himself to the right. Wheeler in the backfield. Quarterback Ayers looking over to the right. Watching for the play to be called in. He takes the snap. Keeper straight ahead over left guard, and he gets enough with change to spare to the 45-yard line. First down, Linden. And Josh, that's a Linden play we've been seeing for several years and several quarterbacks now. Almost always works.
It almost always works, Mark. And a year ago, we saw it was Hefner. Hefner had that play dialed in. We saw him carry the ball almost 30 times in that game against Ferndale last year. You're going to see Baylor Ayers. He's going to have to carry this team tonight on those short yardage 3rd and 4th downs. He's got to will his team to get those first downs, and he did it there. Great job, Baylor.
Baylor, the quarterback, 6'2", 205. 3 receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Ayers takes the snap, handoff, running play over left guard. That's Caleb Wheeler again. Down to the 42, call it the 41-yard line.
That's a pretty good chip tackle there by Guillory. Guillory was a standout basketball player, but he's put on some weight in the offseason too. He's a stud.
He's put on the good kind of weight. It looks like he's going to be even more of a bowling ball to deal with come basketball season for Coach Owens. Call it 2nd down and 6 after the gain of 4. Ayers takes the snap down and in. Catch made across the 30 down to the 25, 22-yard line to the wide receiver. That is Cade Slayton, listed as a quarterback / wide receiver. And there he is as a wideout, making a great catch on a perfectly delivered pass that time by the quarterback, Baylor Ayers.
Yeah, that was a well-designed play. It was just a 10-yard slant, and basically it was Ayers to Slayton, and perfectly executed. They see a matchup there with Slayton that they like, but that's pretty much quarterback to quarterback there. Well-ran route by Slayton.
First down from the Ferndale 23-yard line. 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Ayers takes the snap. Hand off Wheeler, straight ahead. There he goes. Across the 20, approaching the 15-yard line before he gets thrown down. Looks like he'll be dragged down to the 16.
Now we're starting to see that offensive line for Linden start to get some good push.
Starting to shove already, aren't they?
Yeah, all of a sudden Wheeler's starting to rip off 4 or 5 yards of carry, and that's a big deal in this. It's going to be a battle of the ground game here early on, and if Linden can win those trenches, they're already inside the red zone, Mark.
Here come the Lions again, a tradition at Linden High. All the heads are cocked over to the right side. They see the play. 4 receivers set, 2 to either side. Wheeler in the backfield. Ayers takes the shotgun snap. Back to pass, tucks it away. He's going to run, and there's nowhere to go. Right into the teeth of that Ferndale defense. They'll wrap him up and throw him down.
Yeah, that was just good coverage right there. You see Baylor back in the stance. He did a 3-yard drop, step back. He looked through his progression, and there was nobody there. Right about the same time, the tackles were starting to get pinched on, and down he goes.
3rd down and call it 5 for the Lions. Ferndale's up 7-zip, 2:08 to go, first quarter here at Ferndale High School. They're still making some pretty good noise, but a largely empty Ferndale High School. Quarterback Ayers takes the snap, keeper straight ahead. Turn that into a pretty good chunk of yardage. Down inside the 15, approaching the 10, and that'll be enough for a Lion first down.
Yeah, I'm starting to see some hands on the hips already, and that's one of the things that's hard when you're early in the season and you haven't had a chance to do a whole lot of hitting. You're seeing these long drives take an impact on these bigger boys for Linden. They got to see the goal line and see the drink of water and get it done.
With 1:46 to go in the first, Linden on the move. First down and 10. Ayers takes the snap, handoff Wheeler, left side, cuts back toward the middle of the formation. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown, Linden. He takes it in. That is Caleb Wheeler on the run to the left, cut back toward the middle of the formation. Caleb finishes it off, and Linden an extra point away from tying it up with 1.5 to go in the first quarter.
Just a fantastic job there by the left side of the line and also the tight end on that side. They basically sealed the line of scrimmage. It was a zone design play to the left, and he got past the end man on the line of scrimmage, and it was him one-on-one with the linebacker, and Wheeler just flat out outran him. And a great job there. He didn't even go down, I don't think. It was such a well-executed play.
Josh, I'm so used to falling silent after the touchdown so we can hear the crowd. And I think we see the problem with that this year. Linden on for the extra point to tie it up. It's no good. It was short and it was right. So we have a 1-point game after all. Ferndale still ahead 7-6. 1:32 to go first quarter. Back in a moment on KPUG and KPUG1170.com. Okay. Here's a little more.
There is no crowd.
I hope the wind doesn't blow it away. Okay, got it. Thank you. Caleb Wheeler of Linden, a 7-yard touchdown run on the modified sweep to the left. The extra point was no good. That makes it a 1-point game. Ferndale out in front, 7-6. Minute 32 to go in the first quarter.
You just wonder how often those missed opportunities like a PAT may come back to be an impactful play later on, Mark. I mean, now it's a 1-point game. That could be a decider when it's all said and done.
Troy Petz is the kicker for Linden. He boots this one away. Here comes Ferndale across the 15, 20, approaching the 25-yard line before he gets wrapped up and thrown down on the return. Looks like it's closer to the 20, maybe the 21, and the Golden Eagles will take over from there with that 1-point lead.
Yeah, one of the other cool stories I heard this week was talking to Ryan Van Diest, and he remembered a play when he was on this Ferndale field. He only beat Linden one time, and he had a block that basically sprung Chris Price 95 yards for a touchdown.
Was he a teammate of yours at Western?
He was.
Nice.
He was, and I'm a big fan of Chris Price
He's
now.
a good wide receiver. Here come the Golden Eagles. Handoff or run to the right. Out to the 23. 24-yard line. That is Thomas Brosell on the carry. Give him about 3, call it 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, talking to CP, he said that they were going to have the game on out at the refinery. They're going to have the stream and the broadcast going. So
we've seen a few prices come through over the years.
Oh, there's a lot more coming, bud.
Nice.
Chris has got 4 boys.
All right.
Van Diest has got 1 and a few girls too. Yep, you're gonna hear those names again.
Rasmussen leads the Golden Eagles up. And off running play straight ahead across the 30. Approaching the 35. His knee went down at the 33. That's Isaiah Carlson with the carry for the Golden Eagles. That's enough for a 1st down.
This is going to be a very fast game at this rate if they keep running the ball like they are.
Final minute already in the first quarter.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, clock running again, 35, 34 seconds.
Could be the fastest first quarter we've had in a long time.
This might set a record here tonight. Quarterback Rasmussen up under center. Wingman to the right in the wing T set. Hand off on the fly sweep. There they go across the way to the left, cutting back toward the middle. That is Brosell, right to the 40-yard line. And it looks like that'll be the final play of quarter number 1.
Yeah, even when you think you have Brosell down, he finds a way to make a guy miss and picks up an extra 4 or 5 yards there. Brings up a 2nd and short, but you're right, Mark, that's going to take us to the end of the quarter.
We just played 12 minutes in about 21 minutes. Not bad. End of 1 here at Ferndale High School. An extra point makes the difference. Golden Eagles out in front 7-6. We'll take a break and come right back on KPUG and KPUG1170.com. Thank you. Already 1 quarter in the books here at Ferndale High. Golden Eagles up by an extra point, 7-6 against Linden. Ferndale ball, 2nd down and 4. They are at their own 39-yard line. Quarterback Hayden Rasmussen leads them up. Wingman to the left in that wing T look. Hand off, running play straight ahead. Across the 45, called about the 46-yard line. That was Carlson on the straight ahead dive. They'll say his knee went down at the 45. It's enough for a first down, Ferndale.
Good tackle there by Matthew Furk again for Linden. And Ben Elmboss gave me a little text message, said that the only reason that 95-yard touchdown win was because he got tackled as the fullback by half the team. And I should say, too, there's another Elmboss coming, so we got to keep an eye out for the number 46.
All right.
So thank you, Farmer Banks, County Councilman.
Hand off, running play to the left, across midfield. Into Linden territory. That's Isaiah again with the carry. Isaiah Carlson to the 46-yard line. Give him about 8, and that'll bring up a second down and 2. Boy, Carlson is just a truck already as a sophomore.
I just can't believe he's only a sophomore. I mean, he's still got 2 more years to get better, Mark.
Good God.
You can see why a lot of Division I teams are already starting to salivate over him.
He's going to be one of the greats, I think, before he leaves Whatcom County.
Let's not forget Mr. Landon Hatchett up there, anchor in that offensive line, already at 290 as a sophomore as well.
Younger brother of Guerin, who did a lot of things on this field. Another handoff, run to the right for Ferndale, short gain to about the 41-yard line. That is Thomas Brosell, and that'll be enough for a first down. Not by much, but it's a first down.
I'll tell you what, Mark, I'm seeing this Colin Anchor kid for Linden. He's coming in.
Calling his name a few times.
Is that Colin? Actually, it's number 12. It looks like Max Moore. Max Moore has come in. That time, he just put a shot on the running back for Ferndale. He's been involved with a couple plays. Way to go, Max.
Rasmussen takes the snap, handoff. Running play over here to the near side. Short gain for Thomas Brosell. Does a good job sidestepping a defender, so he turns it into something. Be a gain of a couple to about the Linden 36-yard line.
Just when you think he's going down at the line of scrimmage, he does something, and he ends up picking up 3 or 4 yards, Mark. That's the thing about Brosell. I mean, all those guys are just really dynamic. Didn't we talk about older brother being on like the U.S. team for?
That sounds right.
For rugby?
For something, yeah.
I feel like he's like a elite rugby player.
Yep. Golden Eagles line up. Second down and 6. Handoff. Here comes Isaiah over here to the near side. Sidesteps a man inside the 30, down to about the 29-yard line. Trying to eyeball if that's a first down or not. Looks like he's going to be a little bit short.
And that time that was Colin Anchor, and he got there and he fitted up with Isaiah in the open field. Thankfully, he had a bunch of supporting cast, because when you're bringing a tackle against Isaiah, you're going to need a friend or two.
Golden Eagles on the march. They are at the Linden 30-yard, about a football length outside the 30-yard line. Quarterback Rasmussen splits a wide receiver out wide to the right. Wing T set. Wingman to the left. Handoff, runs straight ahead, runs into the pile, bounces off the pile. Angling right side. Inside the 25. Down to about the 24-yard line. Carry by Ryan Pelton that time. And Pelton gets enough for the first.
Man, you just got to be so aware when you play Ferndale. You're going to see that wing tee. You're going to see that buck ram. You're going to see the lead plays. You're going to see.
Love the jargon.
No, it's just smash mouth football, Mark. I mean, we're going to put 9 guys on the line.
It's purest form.
And you bring your 9 guys, and we're going to see which guys left standing.
Our 9 will beat your 9.
I mean, this is like an alley fight right now. It's going to come down to who has the ball last.
First down from the 26-yard line. And off. There's a run to the right. That is Pelton with the carry for Ferndale. Give him about 3, call it 4 yards. And it'll bring up second down and 6.
That time, Taven Van Dalen. Taven's kind of the emotional guy on that defense. He's the guy that just flies around, doesn't care what happens to his body. I mean, he's the guy that's going to set that edge, and he gets up with just so much emotion.
You can find a place for a guy like that.
Oh, and you will. You'll hear that name a lot. When you hear Taven Van Dalen, it usually has a lot behind it.
Second down and 6. Straight T backfield. Hand off to Pelton, running right up the gut. Jumps over the pile. He's inside the 20. Down to the 15, even a football length inside the 15-yard line.
You see this team, Mark, and you see this Ferndale team like we talked about.
Boy, they got weapons.
3 seniors on offense, 2 on defense. you can see why Coach Plankovich is excited about this group. I mean, you have your anchor on the O-line and Hatchet. You have your stud running back, and then you got a Brissell out at receiver. I mean, you're pretty much covered at all levels.
By the way, they did get enough for a first down, so it is first down from there for the Golden Eagles. Handoff. Run to the left. They give it to Isaiah Carlson. Isaiah crosses the 15 down inside the 10. Call it the 9-yard line. Isaiah Carlson again. He can get yards in chunks and he can beat you in the open field as well. What a weapon.
Yeah, and that's one of the things Coach Van Dalen talked about. It's so hard when you play an elite athlete like Isaiah Carlson because you basically have to play assignment defense. What that means is everybody's got a job. Don't get too big-eyed when you see Isaiah or when you see Brissell or when you see Pelton coming at you. Stay in your lane, do your job, and that's what you got to do to stop an offense like this.
Golden Eagles 2nd down and 5 from the 14-yard line. Fly sweep over here to the near side. Carlson cuts back toward the middle. He'll get wrapped up and thrown down, but not before he gets inside the 10.
Coach Van Dalen called that play a buck ram sweep.
Ha!
That's apparently what you call it when you run it out of a wing tee.
I like it.
So not only do you have to deal with the buck and the ram, now here comes the sweep. So well executed there. Good assignment defense by the Lions. Brings up a second, or are they moving the chains, Mark? I can't see over there. Third
That
and
is,
short.
yep, 3rd and a couple.
Yep.
This is what we're looking at.
Yeah, and they're down just right on the 5-yard line. It looks like. Oh, somebody jumped.
Quarterback Rasmussen as he waits for the signal. It is a jump, and it's on the offense. Golden Eagles just made life a little bit harder. They'll back it up.
Those are the little things that drive coaches crazy.
That's why coaches have gray hair or no hair, right?
Oh my goodness! Here you are in a 3rd and 1 from the 5-yard lines. Now you're looking at a 3rd and 6 from the 10. Those hurt.
6:27 to go, first half. 7-6. Ferndale out in front, trying to add to the lead. It's not getting any warmer as the night goes on.
I was wondering if you noticed that cool wind as well. This little heater up here.
A cutting wind.
It's got a wind chill.
Wingman to the left in the wing tee set, and it looks like, does Linden want a timeout? Let's see. Yep, they do. Lions have called a timeout. Folks, we'll take a break with 6:09 to go, 2nd quarter. Let's make it a 30-second break. Ferndale 7, Linden 6. Back in a moment on KPUG and KPUG1170.com. Dude, yikes. Ferndale 7, Linden 6. Golden Eagles on the march again. And Josh, when the wing tee really gets going and it's in sync, it can really be fun to watch, can't it?
It is. It's a thing of art. I think you think about wing tee, if you looked it up in the encyclopedia, which nobody owns anymore, if you looked it up on Google, you would see a picture of Ferndale, and you'd also see Mount Baker, because they run it almost to perfection as well. And it's one of those things where if you get everybody on the same page and they execute, it's hard to stop. You've got 9 guys in the box. You've got 7 on the line of scrimmage. You've got a fullback, and you've got an elite running back. Pack your lunch, Linden. It's going to be a long night.
Quarterback Hayden Rasmussen takes the snap, back to pass, floats it over left side.
That was Baylor Ayers there, coming up and knocking the ball out of the air.
Thank you for saying that. I lost sight of that one over there to the right, and it got swatted down. Volleyball spike style.
That's what happens when Ferndale throws the ball.
Yes,
I mean,
throws everything out of sync.
I mean, we've called probably 15 run plays so far and not a pass play, and that was just a great play by the defensive play by Baylor, who's the quarterback on the other side of the ball. Brings up a 4th and big 5 here,
Yep,
Mark.
4th and 5, exactly right. Rasmussen under center, wingman to the left. And off, here's a running play over there to the left side.
He scored.
Did he get in? Yes, he did. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ferndale.
That's your boy Brissell right there.
Brissell takes that one in, angling over there to the left. Thomas Brissell, the junior running back, listed at 6'1", 180. He makes that drive pay off and add a little bit to the Ferndale lead.
I could see why you were a little bit hesitant there, because it was a fake action right. Brosell came back the other way, and that's why Coach Van Dalen...
When I think wing T, Josh, that's what I think of. Three guys going three different directions,
that,
making radio guys' lives miserable.
It's hard because you got the fullback Pelton smashing you in the mouth, and then you got Brosell coming back underneath. Well executed play there on 4th and 10.
Golden Eagles on for the extra point. It's up, and it is good. And call that lead 8 points now for Ferndale. 5:53 to go, first half. Ferndale 14, Linden 6. Back in a moment on KPUG and KPUG1170.com. For Thomas Brosell. This one 16 yards out on the run to the left. Extra point makes that lead 14-6. Just over halfway through the second quarter. 5:53 on the clock. On the ensuing kickoff, here comes Linden. They'll take it at the 20, angle left, 25-30, and out to about the 31-yard line on the return. As the Lions will get another look. Quarterback Baylor Ayers and company.
Brady Balmer was one of those guys that he said that he remembered his biggest memory on the football field was in '04 when they beat Jake. That's all he said, beat Jake.
Beat Jake.
And it was 26-6, and it said there was at least 5,000 in attendance.
Ferndale that year would go on to the state title game, and they would lose to, was it Bellevue? I think it was Bellevue when Jake was a junior.
Hey, Bellevue did a great job of recruiting in those days,
And
Mark.
then they came back, Jake and company came back the next year, Adam Wilgus and those guys, and they won the title. Great memories.
Well, let's not forget that Bellevue team had guys like Buda Baker and other guys that are now playing on Sunday still.
Making good NFL money. Excuse me.
Is there bad NFL money? No.
Yeah, see, I didn't say that very well. Linden runs straight ahead. Wheeler out for a gain of 2, maybe 3. Call it 3 yards. Second down and 7.
It's kind of like when your parents say, I spent good money on that.
And Buda wouldn't have been playing yet, by the way. But Ferndale would go on to play Buda and Bellevue in the playoff.
There you go.
Yep.
It's kind of like this year, or this generation's version of Eastside Catholic.
Baylor Ayers takes the snap for Linden out across the 35, 38-yard line. I believe about a second down, third down and 3 for the Lions.
This is one of those games where Linden's got to find a way to get it in the end zone here. It's already inside of 5 minutes in the second quarter, and with the way Ferndale's running the ball, you can't fall behind by more than a possession.
4:46, 4:45 to go. First half, 14-6 Golden Eagles. Baylor Ayers and the Lions on the move. 3 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, 1 back in the backfield. Fake the handoff. Ayers on the quarterback keeper. Falls forward, approaching the 45. They'll say his knee went down to the 43-yard line.
Gosh, just having flashbacks of Brock Hebner a year ago. They've made the decision that they're just going to put their saddle on Baylor Ayers tonight, and he is running hard. That boy is going to be tired and sore tonight. Keep it up, Baylor.
He will earn it, yes. It is enough for a first down from their own 44-yard line. 5 receivers set, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Quarterback Ayers in the gun, takes the snap, back to pass. Tucks it away, he's going to have to run, keep it to the right, cut back toward the middle. Not much doing. Baylor got absolutely clobbered. It'll be a gain of, or did he get thrown backwards? He did get thrown backwards, back to the 41, loss of 3 for Ayers and the Lions.
Yeah, it looked like Hunter Ford was one that got there for the defense, and you're also seeing Wright and Pelton in there, and then you got Guillory as one of the other linebackers. Pretty stout linebackers. You got big Landon Hatchett lined up over center. Just a good coverage there, because if he had more time, they ran a wheel route here on the bottom, Mark, that could have been open.
Here come the Lions. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Caleb Wheeler in the backfield with quarterback Baylor Ayers. Baylor takes the snap. Back to pass, unloads over the middle. Catch made. Midfield into Ferndale territory to about the 46-yard line. On the catch that time, that is Cade Slayton for the Lions.
Just a 6'2", 215 wide receiver. He's also your future quarterback.
Well put together, young man.
On any other year, he would be splitting snaps in true Coach Van Dalen fashion, but this year he's quite a weapon at receiver, Mark.
1st and 10, Linden from the Ferndale 46-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Wheeler in the backfield on the right hip of the quarterback Ayers. Baylor takes the snap. Screen pass left side. Catch made inside the 40. Down to about the 36-yard line.
That's Isaiah
That is
Stanley,
right?
Just a sophomore.
Isaiah Stanley makes the catch and run. It's a first down in the Ferndale game. Way to go, young man.
Yeah, that was basically just a bubble screen there. Basically, the receiver came down, the other receiver blocked out. He made a guy miss, and yeah, you're right. Making a catch as a sophomore in the big rivalry game, that's something to be proud of.
Hope you get some mileage out of that story. 2:36, 2:35 to go first half. Linden on the move. Fake the handoff. Quarterback keeper straight ahead. Ayers crosses the 35. Falls down to the 31-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down, Linden.
There's like a number miscue here, but there was a lineman that time that pulled for Linden that did a great kick-out block that just sprung Wheeler. Reminded me of Garen Hatchett last year because they used to pull him quite a bit.
A lot, yes. Lions have the first down. Call it the 30-yard line of Ferndale. 2:14, 2:13 to go first half. Lions are down by 8. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion here could tie it up. Baylor Ayers takes the shotgun snap. Keeper straight ahead. That's going to be almost exactly 5 yards to the 25-yard line.
It's just crazy to me, Mark, how much every possession matters in a game like this because so far, each team's only had the ball
I was going to say, we're not going to have very many possessions, are we?
So if you don't score with a possession, that could be the game. I mean, this is such an important drive. We're already at 144 and counting.
Linden at the Ferndale 25, minute 40, minute 39. Ferndale by 8, it's 14-6. Quarterback Ayers has 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Baylor takes the snap, back to pass, looking, tucks it away, he's going to run to the left. Ayers crosses the 25 and falls down to about the 24-yard line. No, they'll say it was 25 after all. Little, if any, gain for the Lions.
Yeah, I was just going to say it looked like good protection, but it was actually really good coverage by the Golden Eagles because Ayers was going through his progression. He looked right. He went through his first receiver and then his second receiver. By that time, the line couldn't hold their blocks
Trouble
anymore.
was coming.
Yeah, and he was able to get something. Brings up a 3rd and 4.
From the 24-yard line for the Lions. Again, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion away from a tie. 5 receivers set, 3 to the right, 2 to the left, and somebody on the right side of that line jumped for Ferndale.
Yeah, we won't say who it was, but that was a free first down there for the
easy way.
Yeah. So basically, that's going to move Linden up. If it's a 5-yard penalty, it's not that first down. They're going to be looking at 1st and 10 from the 20 now with a $1:20 on the clock.
Yep, a football length inside the 20-yard line, so the Lions officially, say it with us, in the red zone with 1:23 to go, first half.
And for all you novice football fans out there, that means anytime we get inside the 20,
nice.
Otherwise known as my favorite channel during fantasy football season.
Good clarification. Somewhere Scott Hansen, the red zone guy, is smiling. Hand off, Wheeler, right side. Knee goes down after a gain of only a couple. Put it at about the 17-yard line. 2nd down and 8 from there for Linden. Looks like we'll be under a minute to go in the first half when this next one is snapped.
Yeah, you're going to probably start thinking about using some timeouts here if you're Linden because this clock's going to tick inside of a minute. I mean, ideally, you don't want to leave any time left on the clock, but we are at 59 and counting here.
Lions, again, all have their heads cocked over there to the left side. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. That's Cade Slayton over there by himself. Wheeler in the backfield. Ayers takes the snap. Unloads left side, lunging attempt. Did Slayton make the catch? Looks like he did.
He did, and
yep.
if he throws a little bit better of a ball there, he's able to hit Slayton because his guy had about a 10-yard cushion on him.
Cade was by himself.
He was, and he just did a little, basically a jig route where he went out and just planted his foot in the ground and turned around, and the ball typically gets right there between your numbers. So there's going to be a timeout by Linden here to stop the clock with 39 seconds, Mark.
Folks, let's take a 30-second break. It is 39 seconds to go in the first half. Linden on the march. Ferndale out in front 14-6. Back in a moment on KPUG and KPUG1170.com.
Can you turn it up just so I can hear myself?
Linden on the move. Again, a touchdown and a two-point conversion would tie us up. Quarterback Baylor airs in the gun. He has two receivers to the left, one to the right. That's Ian Jacob over here to the right in single coverage.
And this is the matchup he wants over here. He's got one-on-one with no safety over the top of Jacob. See if he goes there. Nope, it's a run.
Ayers instead will keep it himself. Run to the left.
First down.
Approaching the 5-yard line. He does get enough for a first. 32 seconds, 31 seconds, and the clock stops at 31 while they reset.
I just can't help but think that they're going to come back to Jacobs. Jacobs on an island up here with a lot of field to work with. This has got to be a route that him and Baylor have practiced over tons of times.
This is about as well as you can design this if you're a receiver in single coverage. Okay, here come the receivers this side. 3 to the right.
Now he's got one-on-one with Slayton on the top.
2 to the left. Ayers in the gun from the 21 seconds, 20 seconds from about the 8-yard line. Ayers, running play straight ahead. He gets to the 5 and he does get smashed. They'll say he gets hit at the 6-yard line. That's where he goes down with 12 seconds left to go.
Yeah, there's just been, I mean, Guillory's almost in on every tackle defensively. He's playing that Mike linebacker right in the middle.
That's a good assignment for him.
Oh, he's a stud right there. And you're going to see another timeout called by Linden here, Mark.
Yep. We'll keep the action here. Again, 12 seconds on the clock. Linden on the move. They are at the Ferndale 5-yard line. Josh will see what the thought process is here. Run, pass. Again, ideally time for 2 plays, you got to believe.
Well, so you got one timeout, Mark, so you got to keep that in your pocket. That leads me to believe you're going to do a 2-play call here if you're going to do a run. So that means if you run, get your butt to the offensive line again so you can either spike it or so we can call a timeout. Or if you do a pass play here, it's going to stop the clock on an incomplete. So you got to think they're going to try to find that one-on-one matchup. I mean, if someone in the box is yelling down, I can get Ian Jacobs one-on-one with a corner that's half his size. I like that matchup. So you got to think that he's going to go there. If I talk loud enough, maybe Coach Whitman will hear me in the room next door. But Ian Jacobs is on an island down here, and I would be shocked.
Jacob is in single coverage here at the bottom of the formation.
And he is a big, strapping young lad there, too. All 6'5", 215. Let's see what they do.
Quarterback Ayers takes the snap. Back to pass. Looking right side. Unloads and overshoots his intended receiver. Let the record show he was looking for Ian Jacob, but it went well over his head. Incomplete.
What a great play call there. I think somebody said that.
I was going to say, didn't the guy to my right predict that exact call?
That time Baylor put that ball about 10 feet in the air, though, because it almost hit the crossbar on the field goal. And that's where you want to throw that ball when you're throwing to Ian Jacobs.
That's called throw it away, right?
Well, no, throw it where only he can get it.
Nobody else can?
Yeah, he's a big athlete there. Okay, now you got Cade Slayton up top. You got Trips closest to us.
7 seconds in the half. Linden is 5 yards away.
7 seconds.
See how this plays out. Again, Linden down by 8. Ayers in the shotgun, takes the snap. Back to pass, rolls to his left, and he's going to get crushed at about the 7-yard line.
Oh, no, somebody got hit over
with
there.
1 second left on the clock.
Sorry about that.
Boy, Baylor took a hard shot.
And so did the guy holding the yard marker. One of those guys on the chain gang just got steamrolled over there. One of the dads on the chain gang.
Let the record show he's up.
He's up.
He's up.
He's tough. Yeah, so now
1 second.
This could be a play. Circle this one in the charts. You've got 1 second left on the clock, and it looks like Linden's going to go for it, Mark.
No hesitation. Quarterback Baylor Ayers leads him up. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. The PA guy asks the guy across the way if he's okay, and he gets a big wave. See what the Lions have in store here. One last opportunity. Ayers went out of bounds at the 7-yard line. Baylor takes the snap, back to pass, rolls to his right, looking downfield, unloads into the end zone, throws into trouble, and it's going to be knocked loose. Knocked away, incomplete. Ayers just had to unload for his life because the rush was coming, and a missed opportunity here for the Lions. And Ferndale, Josh, will go to the halftime locker room with that 8-point lead.
Yeah, that time it was Jacob Mason getting pressure on Baylor Ayers, and you're exactly right. That we talked about that turnover last year that ended up being a deciding factor in the game. 7-yard line mark right there, come away with no points. Guarantee we're going to be talking about that at the end of the game.
We are at halftime. Ferndale on their home field, out in front of Linden. It's 14-6. We'll take a timeout, come right back on KPUG and KPUG1170.com. Wide receiver Jacob, not Jacobs. No S. Hey, Matt, I'm sorry I couldn't hear that. Could you say it a little louder, please? Matt Adams, our in-studio producer, at the break. A missed extra point looming large right now. Makes a 7-point game an 8-point game. Ferndale out in front, 14-6. Josh, what is Uncle Josh's quick synopsis there in the first half?
Smash Mouth Football 101. If you want to learn how to tackle and hit people, come watch this game because it is two big physical teams that just want to run the ball at each other. Obviously, Linden's a little different. They're going to spread it out and throw the ball on you a little bit, but so far, Ferndale's winning the line of scrimmage up front. Also, mistakes and turnovers.
Yep.
We saw the turnover early by Linden on the kickoff, the opening kickoff return. And in a game where you're only going to have a certain amount of possessions, so far each team's only possessed the ball twice, Mark. Every one of those possession matters. So turnovers, mistakes, 7-yard line mark, you got 3 downs. You don't punch it in. Guaranteed Linden right now is wishing this game was only a 1-point game instead of a 7-point game.
MVP of the first half of the Golden Eagles, has got to be Thomas Brosell. He has both of their touchdowns. Caleb Wheeler, a 7-yard touchdown run for the Lions. Linden missed the extra point. That's where we sit right now. Ferndale out in front, 14-6. Josh, when you think about adjustments in the halftime locker room, what do you think the guys are hearing right now?
I think they're just trying to calm the guys down. I think there's a lot of guys that came out in this game and are just geeked out. You know, I've been in those games before where you get so excited, you hear about the rival, and you just want to leave your print on the rivalry. And you got to settle down. You got to stay. And Coach Dan Van Dalen said it perfectly when I talked to him this week. He said, play assignment football. Do your job. I've got 11 guys on my side. You got 11 guys on your side. If each person does their job, it doesn't matter if I've got Wheeler coming at me or Brissell coming at me or the elite athlete in Isaiah Carlson. Do your job and everything else will take care of itself. Calm down. We're still okay. This is a one possession game. If I'm Ferndale, I'm telling them, keep geeking out. Keep doing what you're doing, because that is a very young team over there, Mark. Only 5 seniors in that locker room. These guys have the potential to be phenomenal in the next couple of years, and the only way you can do that is by beating a Linden team like this.
In your day, what was the big rivalry game for the Kamiak Knights?
Mariner.
The Mariner Marauders, right?
Yes, sir. We shared a stadium. Frank Goddard Stadium was the stadium that we shared, and we had to go play there. And there was often times where we were the home team at Mariner, and we were both teams within the Mukilteo School District, and that game meant so much. No different than Central Western when we were there.
Good reference.
You know,
Yep.
so.
Ferndale out in front of Linden 14-6. Folks, we'll take a timeout, send you back to the KPUG studios, then return for second half action on KPUG and KPUG1170.com. Matt, ideally if you could kill 9 minutes, that would be great. Ferndale Golden Eagles at home leading Linden 14-6. Oh, by the way, we get a text message from our buddy Randy Farmer on the other crew over on KGMI. We understand that at the half, Linden Christian leads Bellingham 46-0.
Wow.
Yikes.
Yeah, you heard Coach talk about it in pregame. He said that he thought that Linden Christian team was better than the team a year ago that lost. Could have won that state title game, Mark.
We were at that state title game in Lakewood.
Oh my gosh, one play away. Talk about a game of momentum.
Yep.
Gosh. So, got to give a shout out to the stadium announcer here, Roger Edson. Probably two of the best cookies we've ever had were just delivered by him.
I just got a butterscotch macadamia cookie. That is one of the greatest taste sensations of my life, partner. Do you share my opinion?
Yeah, I didn't get that flavor, but I got an oatmeal one that the only person I know that makes better baked goods would be one of my wife's friends, Carmen. But that was pretty fantastic.
Wow, impressive. We are sitting at 14-6. Ferndale out in front, running back Thomas Brosell, a pair of touchdown runs. Caleb Wheeler, a 7-yard run for the Lions. Interesting to see how things play out in the second half, Josh, the way these teams are going at each other.
Yeah, exactly right, Mark. This is just one of those games you got to take advantage of every single possession, and it was only one mistake. Actually, I count it's two mistakes. Two Linden mistakes in the first half. It was on the kickoff return fumble, and then not finding a way to come away with points inside the 10-yard line right before half. You get rid of those two mistakes, and this game's all squared up. So it'll be interesting to see if the team with more seniors on the other side, Linden, can come out and put this young Ferndale team in place. But this Ferndale team is playing with a lot of momentum and a lot of confidence so far here early, Mark.
They look great. There's no doubt about it. They had the better first half. Obviously, an 8-point lead will tell you that. But they're doing what they do better than Linden is running their attack.
I don't know if Linden's just excited to get playing again, but there's still 2 minutes on the clock. Ferndale's taking their time. Linden's already got their kickoff return team out there.
Linden's already aligned on the field.
And Linden's like, hey, we've made our adjustments. Let's go.
And again, clock's still at 1.5 minutes right now. Coaches out on the field and everything. So
And I bet you Ferndale's like, hey, settle down here. Whatever Linden's got going, we don't need to do that.
those young studs don't have the complaints the radio guys do. We have to call the game with the window open here at Ferndale High. So what's the nice way to say it? A little chilly. A little chilly here at Ferndale High.
I got a funny little thing here. I'm just looking at my notes where I wrote down my notes for both teams, and I was talking to Coach Van Dalen and Coach Blankovich, and right in the middle of the bottom third of the page it says, Lincoln is awesome, with 4 exclamation points. So if you ever want to find a way to get on the radio in the right household, find a way to get your name on my notepad.
Nice.
Lincoln is awesome.
Nice.
There's a lot of awesome rights there. So Michelle and the kids are at home watching.
Hi, guys.
We got some fans down in Maricopa, Arizona, chiming in as well. Pops and Grandma Janet are listening, so say we sound good.
Oh, aren't they sweet? We are underway. There's the kickoff. Linden will have the first possession of the second half. Kick gets away from the receiver, goes out of bounds. So Linden will get the possession to start this third quarter.
And I got to think that Linden's got to find a way to score on this opening drive. This is just,
Boy, they could use the momentum.
I'm just telling you that if you give Ferndale the ball and you give them an opportunity to go up by 2 possessions,
That's trouble.
you're done.
On this night, that's trouble.
It's trouble because it is a bone-chilling, cold night here in Ferndale, and they're just going to smash mouth football.
Here come the Lions. Quarterback Baylor Ayers leads them up.
It's been a long time since we've seen one quarterback take this many snaps for Linden.
That's not normally their way. They normally split the duties. Ayers in the gun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Running back is Caleb Wheeler.
A big old hatchet right there, right over center.
And off to Wheeler. Starts right, cuts back toward the left. Big hole. He crosses the 30-yard line. Out approaching the 35. Before he gets wrapped up and thrown down. They'll say he went down at the 32-yard line. Still enough for a Lion first down.
I just figured out what Linden did to stop Hatchet on that play. You want to stop Hatchet? You put your center and your guard on him. That was a double team.
The old double team. Like Wright used to get in high school, right?
Sometimes triple team. You never know.
Nice, I like it. Baylor Ayers.
Still a legend in my own mind.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Let the record show Josh Wright had an NFL tryout. Hand off to Wheeler, starts left, cuts back toward the middle, across the 40 to about the 41-yard line.
Yeah, Linden's made the decision that they're going to run the ball. They say, hey, Ferndale, you guys run the ball. We can run the ball too. So far, 2 run plays right out of the gate, and Wheeler's ripped off a couple gashes.
Call that one about 8 yards. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 2. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for the Lions. That's Cade Slayton. We saw him play some backup quarterback last year, but primarily a wide receiver right now. Keeper straight ahead. Here comes Ayers over to the near side across the 45, 46-yard line for the Lions. That'll be enough for a 1st down.
One of the things about Slayton, too, is he's supposedly a fantastic baseball player.
I've always heard that about him, too.
Yeah, so not sure if he's on the level of Kaepernick that we saw last week, but he's supposed to be pretty dynamic. I think he's a pitcher as well. We'll see him probably chuck the ball around the field next year.
Cade Slayton, big, strong junior, 6'2", 215. That's a college body, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's a good-sized frame right there.
Approaching midfield for the Lions. Screen pass, left side. Catch made. And that's going to be a minimal gain. That's only going to be a yard or 2, it looks like.
Yeah, we've seen this Isaiah Stanley. That's got to be like his 3rd catch on the night. Only
That's
a
him.
sophomore,
Yep.
5'10", 165.
That's an athlete right
Yeah, it's pretty young receiving core here for Linden.
there. And not superstitious. He wears number 13.
Yeah, lucky number 13.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 1 back in the backfield. 2nd down and 7 for the Lions. Ball is almost exactly on midfield. Ferndale is out in front, 14-6, 2 minutes into the 3rd quarter. Baylor Ayers takes the snap, keeper straight ahead. There he goes, 45-40, cuts back to the left, 35, 31-yard line before he gets dragged down. An athletic play by quarterback Baylor Ayers, 6'2", 205. But that was a very nifty stop and start move, getting the Lions a 1st down.
And that's exactly what you need out of Baylor Ayers on a game like this. He basically took that play, started off right, brought it back left, and covered probably 50 yards on the run.
Run to the left, Wheeler, there he goes down inside the 20, 15-yard line, falls forward. We'll see the forward momentum for Caleb. Looks like it's even going to be inside the 15 a little bit more.
Uh-oh, we got a flag in the backfield.
Oh, we do.
Which is unfortunate because that was another fantastic run.
Very athletic run. Big hold against the Lions. The lineman to my right just let out a gasp. See?
The only time they get their name mentioned is when something bad happens.
That's true. And I'm part of the problem. I'm one of those radio guys that does that.
Yeah.
I apologize to every lineman in history.
Yes, yes. It's all right, big boys. Keep it up. That was a fantastic run. So far, you're seeing this be a very motivated Linden team coming out of the locker room.
Yeah.
They got to keep this going, but that just backs them up.
All the way to the 40.
Now they're in a situation where it's a 1st and 19.
Linden from the Ferndale 40. Baylor Ayers in the gun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. That is Cade Slayton by himself to the left. Ayers takes the snap, unloads over the middle, catch made across the 25, inside the 20, down to about the 18-yard line.
Big play there, big Ian Jacob.
Yep, Ian Jacob makes the catch on the left side inside the 20 for a Linden 1st down.
Ian's waited for his chance in this program to be able to make big plays like that. Fantastic. Oh, we have too many guys on the field. Do they throw it?
6'5", 215, Ian Jacob. The Lions hurried up that time and it worked. They get the snap and the running play down to the 17-yard line, gain of a couple.
Stripes missed it, but the Ferndale had a guy that wasn't off the field there. They're in up-tempo now.
Hurry up offense. Keeper again, excuse me, for Baylor Ayers, down to the 12-yard line.
And you got to think like one of the adjustments that Linden made it happen was we got to be able to run plays and we got to be able to run them fast. We can't let Linden come in and out of there, or Ferndale be able to adjust to our plays. So far, you're seeing an up-tempo offense, which is not very typical. Typically, Linden cocks their head to the left.
Yeah, this is not their style at all. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 3rd down and about 3 for Linden. They're at the Ferndale 13-yard line.
They actually slowed it down. That was the first time this drive where they...
This is a little more conventional. Ayers in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Keeper right up the middle. Baylor gets past the first level of defense. Keeps running and will get enough for the 1st down. At least it looks like from here.
Yeah, I think he got it. He just basically, that was quarterback keeper the whole way. He came back, planted that right foot in the ground and just took off. Hit right up in between his center and his guard. Good push there at the point of attack by those two. Move the chains. It's going to bring up a 1st and goal from what appears to be the 9-yard line.
Yep, that's the 9, all right. Baylor Ayers in the gun.
Got Jacob down here again, one-on-one with no safety. Let's see if he goes back to
Yeah,
him.
big 6'5" receiver in single coverage. Let's see if they throw the moon ball right here. Caleb Wheeler, the back in the backfield. Hand off. They'll give it to Wheeler straight ahead. He barrels his way easily into the end zone. Touchdown, Linden.
Boy, did the Linden Lions need that one,
Nobody
Mark.
near Caleb Wheeler, Josh, and he just stepped on the gas and made that look easy.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if the Ferndale Golden Eagles even knew he had the ball. He just squirted right through that huge offensive line for Linden. Next thing you know, he's in the end zone. Great execution. Way to answer the bell, Linden.
By the way, I just got a text message. We will pass it along momentarily to the gentleman who just sent it. You'll get your name on the radio, but give us a minute here to catch up with the action. A 2-point conversion would tie it up. Are they going to kick?
They got to go for 2 if they want to square it off, but they look like they're going to kick
They
it.
are going to kick it. Okay.
They're not chasing the points
That's the exact phrase I was going to use. We're not chasing points yet, so they'll try to stay within 1. Linden for the extra point. The kicker is Troy Petz. Snap, spot, kick is up, and it's good. And the Lions are within 1. Lions within 1 after a very good-looking drive. 7:59 to go in the third. Ferndale 14, Linden 13. Back in a moment on KPUG and KPUG1170.com. Running back Caleb Wheeler for the Lions, a 9-yard touchdown run. They did not go for 2 to tie. They kicked the extra point to make it 14-13. By the way, we got a text message from former Linden girls basketball coach Rob Adams. We'll read it for you here in a minute.
Adams.
Good for the Eagle. There's a short, high kick over here to the near side taken by Ferndale at the 35-yard line. Short return approaching the 40. Looks like it'll be the 38, and Ferndale will have it from there. Ladies and gentlemen, I quote former coach Rob Adams, a state champion last year. We are all tailgating out behind the stadium. Listen to you call the big LHS Ferndale game. Need to drop some love for all the Linden folks tailgating and watching the game. It says here listening to our favorite man on the radio. I assume that's you, big fella.
Definitely me.
I think that's a Josh Wright reference, and then a let's go exclamation point. Coach and everybody out there, we love you guys right back. Thanks for tuning in. Here comes Ferndale. Running play straight ahead across the 40, 45 to the 46-yard line. Looks like that's Carlson staying on his feet on a spin move. It is. I had him tackled, but he was still going. He crosses into Linden territory all the way to the 45-yard line. What an athletic play.
Hey, Coach, before you go showing all the love to the guy on my left, I got to tell you on my notepad, I have a 2A girls state championship game that you may have been part of last year.
11 months, right?
60-38, and I've got every single point of all your girls in that dominant, undefeated season last year, Coach. So way to go out on top.
Good memory. Undefeated.
Yeah, weren't they undefeated? No, I don't think no. Oh,
That
sorry.
sounded good.
But they did a fantastic job in the state tournament. I don't think anybody was
but
close.
no less impressive.
Yeah, that was a very loaded team.
Flag flies before this one can get snapped for the Golden Eagles.
Still undefeated in my eyes, Coach.
Nice. What might have been. They will back up the Golden Eagles. We'll see what the penalty is. Looks like an offsides from here. Yep, they'll back them up. Right to the 50-yard line. .7:12 to go in the third. 14-13 Ferndale, Golden Eagle ball. And off here they come on the end around. Left side, 40, 35, to the 30-yard line, inside the 30. On the run that time, that is Brosell. Thomas Brosell with the carry. Gets a big first down for Ferndale.
It's just unbelievable to me when he puts his foot down and makes a cut. You see 2 Linden Lions just go flying.
He doesn't lose any speed.
He does it on the dead fly. I mean, that's what makes these Brosells so hard to tackle. I mean, here we are with the 3rd one in line, and he's just picking up where the other 2 left off.
That's right. Impressive lineage. Here come the Golden Eagles.
I think, wasn't mom like a gymnast and dad a super stud athlete too?
I should probably know that, but I don't.
There's Isaiah.
Running play left side. There's Isaiah Carlson. Not really anywhere to go for Isaiah. He crosses the 25. Forward lean down to the 22. Looks like they'll call that a gain of 5 yards, excuse me, for Isaiah.
I think Coach Van Dalen was telling me, he's like, we got Isaiah this week, and I think next week they get Schlembecker.
Ooh.
It's like, geez, we have 2 Division I running
Yes,
backs.
that's 2 stars in the making right there.
Wow.
Christensen, handoff. There's a run to the left. There's Isaiah again. Crosses the 20-yard line, approaching the 15 before he gets shoved out of bounds. With 6:24 to go, 3rd quarter, 14-13 Ferndale.
It's just impressive how fast Ferndale moves the ball. Granted, Linden kicked that ball off, and they started the possession on the 40-yard line. But you're looking at the ball already inside the 20 mark.
That's yards in chunks.
And it's only
right
been
there.
5 plays, and all of them have been on the ground.
Hayden Rasmussen leads him up. Wide receiver is split wide to the right. That's rare for the Golden Eagles. Split backs in the backfield. Wingman to the left. Handoff. Run straight ahead. That is Pelton with the carry that time over right guard. Not much momentum.
What's crazy to me is Pelton's only a junior as well. So you have a junior in Bracell, you have a junior in Pelton, and then you have a sophomore in Carlson.
Is that called the cover being well stocked?
It tells me that Plankovich has got a few years left because the cupboards are very full.
I thought that was going to be short of the first down, but it looks like they're going to give it to him.
Didn't Plankovich come in his first year like Jake Locker's senior year?
Jake was a junior.
So
Yes.
he walked into a pretty good situation there.
Made the state title game, and then they won it his second year.
Yeah.
Beat Kellen Moore and Prosser. Ferndale fumbles the snap. Ball is loose. Golden Eagles jump on it. Go backwards a couple yards. That one never had a chance to develop.
Quarterback, they'll be on the play.
Oh, we've been heard out there where all the listeners are.
Yeah.
Hello to Coach Adams and the gang out there. Sounds like they're having some fun listening along. Here come the Golden Eagles. Wingman to the right in the wing T set. Sweep over here to the near side. Brosell not really anywhere to go. Good containment by the right side of the defense of Linden. Gain of a couple.
Gotta tell a funny story. So I was talking to a former roommate, Bob Carlson, played 4 years here at Ferndale. and I was
Carlstrom,
like,
right?
Carlstrom,
Yeah.
Bob Carlstrom.
Yep.
I was like, Bob, what's your favorite memory? He's like, win. We win. Just all
One-
we did
one
is
word?
Win. We won all 4 of the games we played against Linden.
Win.
And he's like, when I was in the locker room or we were in film room with Ben Ellenboss, I let him know too because he went to Linden.
At
So
length.
these games matter as you go through life. Is what I'm trying to say.
People notice. Here come the Golden Eagles. Back to pass.
Oh.
Unloading left side. Incomplete on the diving attempt.
That was almost a Guillory right there. You see Guillory lay out for that, and he's a very athletic, big tight
That's
end.
a big, strong receiver.
And that's what happens when you throw the ball 4 times a game. Your guys just aren't ready for it. So
Caught out guard.
here's your chance to get a reception. Be ready.
4th down and 8, almost 9 for the Golden Eagles. 4:45 to go in the third. Still a 1-point game, 14-13 Ferndale.
We called a game in Bellingham a couple years ago where there was like 3 run plays or 3 pass plays, and I was just like, what's the over-under?
And before Ferndale can snap this one, they will call a timeout to talk about it. 4th down and long. We'll take a 30-second timeout. 4:45 in the third, 14-13. Back in a moment on KPUG and KPUG1170.com. Getting outside, listening along. Glad to have them along for the ride with 4:45 to go in the third.
We knew we were going to have a big audience tonight, Mark, just because of the COVID environment that we're in.
We're a captive audience.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. Like I said, when I drove in, we had all those Linden fans over at the parking ride. It looks like here we go, Mark. 4th down.
4th down and 9. Golden Eagles will go for it. Back to pass, right side, single coverage.
No.
Nope, too far.
Oh, we got a flag.
Oh, and the flag is down. How about that? That could be a bailout call right there.
Oh, that was so uncatchable. Oh, man.
That was a very uncatchable ball.
That's tough.
We'll see if they change the call or not.
Hey, that's a game changer right there. If that ends up being a penalty on 4th and 9, talk about a bailout penalty. I mean, that's tough.
That was airmailed over the head of the intended receiver.
Yeah, and nothing against the Stripes. These guys have a
Oh,
tough
sure.
enough job.
They have a brutal job.
But that was...
The call's going to stand.
That's a 4th and 9 play. They could move the chains.
That's the only way that could have ended well.
Oh my!
And
That's
it
what
did.
that's what happens when you throw the ball 4 times a game. Maybe one of them ends up being a PI, but yeah, if Ferndale ends up capitalizing on this drive, look back at that play as being costly.
So it'll be a 1st down for the Golden Eagles.
Now you got a fired up Linden sideline. Now
They're making some noise over there.
They know how important this drive is, Mark. They took that momentum back early in the second half, and they do not want to give it back to Ferndale because they'll be lucky if they see this ball maybe 2, maybe 3 times the rest of the game.
3 at the most, right? 1-point game, 14-13 Ferndale. Golden Eagles trying to add on. That's a bunch of fired up Lions across the way. I didn't hear exactly what that cheer was. From here, it sounded like kill, 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 but I'm going to guess that's not what it was.
Yeah, it was a bunch of grunting, whatever it was. Yeah, hey, when you don't have
Boys
fans,
are fired up.
when you don't have fans, you got to make your own noise.
Manufacture your own, right? Golden Eagles will line up.
I'm excited to see this new stadium here next year, Mark. This is going to
How
be
cool is that going to
yeah.
be?
We're calling it Jake Locker Field early on here, but I mean, if there's ever a school that could use an update, this is it. So yeah, we've called a lot of games here over the years, and it's one of our favorite locations just because you look at the field.
The support is so good around here, too.
And just the history. I mean, so many good people in this program in Ferndale. Love seeing Jake Locker down on the sideline.
The recently dispatched coach of the Eagles, Doug Peterson, is a Ferndale High School graduate. He was a heck of a quarterback here in the mid-'80s. Folks, sorry for the stoppage of play, but
And he has a
long delay on the field.
He won a Super Bowl.
He is a Super Bowl champion coach.
Yeah, that's pretty phenomenal.
See where they put this one down. Looks like it's going to be inside the 5 for the Golden Eagles.
All right. I'm getting a little one-sided here. I'm getting some crap now from the Ferndale side.
Oh.
Sorry, Todd. That ball just looked like it was a little air-mailed. Todd's got a boy in the program too.
That Todd Walker?
It is a one Todd
He's
Walker.
one of you, right? No Viking lineman?
Yep. We got to stick together, Todd. My bad.
Here come the Golden Eagles. Running play straight ahead. Is he going to get there? Let's see.
I don't know, but he's trucking, and he looks like he's down to about the 1.
Boy, they keep those legs churning.
I tell you what.
Oh, he's in.
Oh, he's in.
Arms are up. Touchdown.
Oh, that's got to be.
Let's give that one to
No,
Isaiah.
that's Isaiah.
Yeah.
I didn't see him because he was in the back of the end zone back
Isaiah
there.
Carlson finishes off that drive with the touchdown. About a 2-yard touchdown run for Carlson, the hot shot sophomore. New number this year. He's not 29 anymore.
Yeah, he probably had to wait his turn to get that number. So he's
Say
22.
you're a radio guy looking for 29, and he's number 22. But Isaiah gets in.
What are we giving him credit for? How many yards on the play, Mark?
2.
2-yard touchdown for Mr. Carlson.
Lefty kick is up for the extra point, and it's good. With 4:28 to go in the third quarter. Ferndale 21, Linden 13. Back in a moment on KPUG and KPUG1170.com. 4:28 left to go in the third. Ferndale running back Isaiah Carlson finishes off the drive with a 2-yard touchdown run. Extra point makes it 21-13. Golden Eagles by 8 here on their home field.
Just got a picture from Civic Field with a stadium with nobody in it. Lots of fans here.
Wow. Wheeler is back deep for Linden. He does not get the kickoff the other way. Did his knee go down, or are they going to put him somewhere else? Let's see how this is going to play out. Caleb Wheeler, I think his knee hit the ground at a very inopportune time. Yep.
Wow. I'm just getting blown up here with so many people talking about that play on 4th down. 4th and 9, a ball that looked like it was airmailed in a good defended play, and ended up leading to what is a touchdown for Ferndale. That's a play that you got to move on from. We won't dwell on, but Linden's got to respond.
But that's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Here come the Lions. They are buried back deep on 1st down. Ayers takes the snap. Hand off, Caleb Wheeler running straight ahead, angles left. Across the 10, approaching the 15-yard line before he gets thrown down. Caleb Wheeler with the carry. Not a huge running back at 5'7", but he is 185.
Yeah, and you stick him behind an average offensive lineman weighing 255. I mean, that is a
You mean a line with an average of 255, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
That means there's some 290s mixed in there with some 220s, but a very, very big offensive line for Linden, and you're seeing it tonight.
Give Wheeler 3, 2nd down and 7. Lions screen pass left side, catch is made. Out across the 20, or right at the 20. Let's see where they're going to spot this one.
One thing I got to tell you I'm very impressed with tonight is Baylor Ayers' composure. He's running the ball, he's throwing the ball, he's doing a great job as a senior quarterback leading his team right now. Just to stay within himself and keep capitalizing on every drive.
It is 3rd down and 2 for the Lions. 3:20 to go, 3rd quarter, 21-13. Ferndale out in front. Ayers in the shotgun has 3 receivers to his right. Baylor, a quarterback keep straight ahead. Needed about 3 yards. Did he get enough? We don't have the angle to tell right away. He did. 1st down Lions. Athletic play, big Baylor Ayers.
And Baylor's a guy that put his time in, shared time last year with
He
Hebner.
waited his turn, that's for sure.
He didn't get a lot of snaps until he was a junior. He had some fantastic games last year as a junior, you'll remember, Mark. And now it's his chance. It's a shortened season. Coach Van Dalen said he was going to ride him for all 6 games. And so far, he is up to the challenge in this big game.
Lions right at their own 20 with 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hand off to Wheeler. Caleb bounces off the pile, angles left. Not much doing over there as he is going to get wrapped up and rather rudely thrown down. Spun down to the ground.
I think that was Isaiah Carlson saying, I play defense too, Mark.
I can tackle.
He's like, not only do I run the ball, but I
One
can...
running back tackles another.
Yeah, he's a good-looking linebacker there, too. I mean, with that kind of size, 6'2", 215, you look at that, that could be a...
That's college size.
That's the Division I defense as well as Division I offense. Same thing is true with Schlembacher. He could potentially be a Division I, high Division I outside linebacker.
Yeah, they have that kind of size, that's for sure. By the way, it looks like they're going to say 0 gain on that last run. So the Lions will set up 2nd down and 10. 5 receivers set. Empty backfield with the quarterback Ayers. Baylor takes the snap. Keeper straight ahead. There he goes. Crosses the 25. Trying to keep those legs churning out to about the 26, 27-yard line. That's an old Linden favorite for many years. 5 receivers. Split them wide as you can and run to daylight.
Yep. What you're trying to do there is just thin the defense out, pull those linebackers out into coverage, and just put your big athletic quarterback in between the big offensive linemen and see how many yards you can get. It brings up a 2nd and short, Mark.
Hey, I interviewed Coach Beeson this week. He used your word. He called his line the Hoggies.
Yes!
That's a Josh Wright original as far as I know.
Hoggies.
Yep.
I love it.
Both of those guys, by the way, former Western linemen.
What was I came up with like a Hoggy highlight, or there was like a Hoggy something?
I should probably know, but I don't.
Gosh, I don't even. That's the problem with being a Hoggy, too, is sometimes things don't come back to you as quick as they used to.
Memory ain't what it used to be. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for the Lions on 3rd down and 4. And before they can snap, the whistle blows.
Oh, I just love that Beeson story from last week when I was whining about my back. And he's like, Josh, how old are you? And I'm like, well, I'm 42, coach. He's like, just wait till you're 50. Right now, the check engine light's on. Just wait till it stays on.
It don't get better there, partner. It don't get better.
I love that guy.
Yep.
I've known Beeson since college. He used to be the founding member of the Hog Pen.
Beeson was the star offensive lineman at Seaholm when I was at Bellingham, nowhere near playing, but actively rooting against him. Sorry, Coach.
Do you remember the Hog Pen at Civic Field?
Oh,
down
yeah.
there in the corner?
Oh,
where
yeah.
Ziggy Zoggy down there.
Here come the Lions. Ayers in the shotgun, takes the snap. No room to throw, so he'll try to run for it. Not much of a gain. Did he get to the 20? Yeah, he did. He got to the 21-yard line.
This brings up a very important 4th down play here.
4th down for the Lions, and here come the special teams. No hesitation. They will boot it away. A minute 3, minute 2 left to go in the 3rd. 21-13. Ferndale.
I'm just getting destroyed right now with text messages with people's opinion on the pass interference. It's amazing how big of a play that was.
Lions will punt, about 4th down and 8.
Oh, they're punting.
Yep. Oh, short kick, too.
Peter!
45. Will it get to midfield? No. Ball will get down at the 48-yard line.
Hey, did you figure out who Peter was and what he
I
did on a punt?
I appreciated your story last week, but I did not learn who Peter was. That's what you're supposed to yell, right?
That's what you yell when you're anywhere near a ball, because if that ball hits you, it's live. And whoever Peter is on the first punt in history that got hit and caused a fumble has forever changed history in football, as far as I'm
You
concerned.
yell Peter, and that means get away.
Peter, Peter, Peter!
I like it. Here come the Golden Eagles. They are at the Linden 48-yard line. 34 seconds to go in the 3rd. Ferndale, already ahead, 21-13. Quarterback Rasmussen takes the snap, back to pass. Looking, rolls to his right. Looking downfield, he'll just throw it away. That's a veteran senior quarterback right there. Rasmussen didn't play hero ball, as they say. He just threw that one into the turf and lives to fight another day on 2nd down.
Interesting call there. You've seen a lot of run out of Ferndale so far, and then you see him come and roll out. Or you can turn the heater towards either, big dog.
Oh,
We are up here, and it is a bone-chilling night here in Ferndale.
lose a layer of skin, I do believe.
You were giving the cheerleaders a shout-out, but they put on an extra layer now, Mark. They're down there all covered up.
Okay, they're the smart ones.
They were earning the Iron Women
Yes.
Award there for a while.
They were bare-armed. Here come the Golden Eagles. Sweep play over here to the near side across the 45. About the 42-yard line.
So here's what I think happens when you're raised in the Brosell family. If you're the 3rd in the long line of really tough running backs, 2 older brothers beat the heck out of you.
I was going to say you've been getting your butt kicked your whole life,
So
right?
you went from basically getting tackled by 2 older Brosells, and now it's finally your chance, and you get slung around a little bit. It's not a big deal because you've been getting slung around since you were old enough to walk.
Folks, 3 quarters in the books here at Ferndale. Golden Eagles out in front of Linden, 21-13. We'll take a timeout, come back for the 4th quarter run in a moment on KPUG and KPUG1170.com. On the move, they are at the Linden 43-yard line.
Ooh, high snap.
Rasmussen has to fall on that one. That play never had a chance to develop. and that's going to be a loss of about 5. That was ugly.
Yeah, that could have been really, really ugly because that was a ball that was snapped almost over the head of the running back. And good job jumping on the ball there, but it's going to bring up a very long play.
Yep, it's going to be 4th down. It's going to be 4th and about 10, almost 11.
Yeah, you're seeing a situation here where now it's a 4th and long. You thought that Ferndale was going to get a chance to put this game away, but now Linden's going to get the ball back and see if they can equal this thing up.
Golden Eagles to boot. By the way, we get the word some pretty bad carnage in town at Civic. Linden Christian 59, Bellingham nothing.
Wow.
Punt over there to the left side for the Golden Eagles. Ball hits inside the 35. It'll be down at about the 33-yard line. Linden will take over from there with 11:06 to go.
So, Mark, it's looking like we're going to see a Mount Baker Linden Christian game that could be what we might have seen in a state championship game.
It sure looks like a state title. haven't been following the guys at Royal over on the other side of the mountains, but
man almighty, those are two good teams.
Those are the guys who beat Linden Christian in the title game last year, but as of right now, I find it hard to believe there's anybody better in single A than Linden Christian or Mount Baker.
For sure in Whatcom County.
Yep.
All right, Linden's got an opportunity here to try to get this thing back. They got to score.
Lions down 8.
Yep. 11 minutes to go, 4th quarter. It's go time.
Baylor Ayers in the shotgun, takes the snap, handoff. Wheeler left side, nowhere to go. Wrapped up and thrown down. A quick athletic defense gain of nothing. 2nd down and 10.
That was Hunter Ford there. Only a sophomore, 6'1", 180. Just came shooting in there and got the solo tackle. Basically a no gain on that play. Great looking tackle by the defender there.
10:42, 10:41 to go. Linden ball, down by 8. Quarterback Ayers cranks his head over to the right, along with 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Running back Wheeler looking over the sideline. Wheeler will now move to the right side of the quarterback. Screen pass over here to the near side. Catch made 35, 36-yard line. That catch made by Isaiah Stanley again, the 5'10 sophomore.
And he's having an impact on this game.
Yes, he is being heard from, that's for sure. He's across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, you looked at it, they lost quite a few receivers off that class from last year. And Stanley's showing that he could be the receiver of the future here for Linden.
3rd down and 6. 2 receivers to the near side of the formation. That's the tight side. Wheeler goes in motion with Ian Jacob at the top. Baylor Ayers throws one over the middle. It's going to be knocked down, incomplete. Nice smack by the middle of that Ferndale defense. Well read.
Jason Guillory basically gets his bit mini hook up there. Stops what would have been a 1st down. That time you saw Caleb Wheeler rolling out to the right. Baylor snapped it right when he was hitting the line of scrimmage, and he had to basically, he catches that. That's a 1st down. Guillory says, no, not while on my watch.
What was that message you just showed me? Is somebody complaining about my squeaky chair?
There is somebody complaining about your squeaky chair.
I apologize. I have a squeaky chair. That's out of my control.
The cookie was so good, he can't sit still.
That's good ears, by the way, by somebody. Linden will punt it away. There's the lefty boot, angling left side. Nobody's going to go after it. Ball will go out of bounds. We'll see where they put this one with 9:37 left to go. And Ferndale out in front, 21-13.
Yeah, we apologize. If you were out here in this cold box, you would be moving as much as you could to stay warm,
yes.
too. So, squeaky chair is a byproduct. And I just heard it again, Mark.
See, because now it's in my head. So now I don't want to move. But at some point, we got to move at least a little bit. Now I'm thinking about it too much.
Oh, man.
Golden Eagles, here they come. And again, they have that lead, 21-13, 9:37 left. They will take over. 1st down from their own 44-yard line.
We're getting all the LC followers coming over from the game now to listen to our game because of the
guys.
blowout.
Quarterback Rasmussen takes the snap, handoff, running play left side. Big sweep midfield into Linden territory to about the 48. That is another Brosell carry right there.
And that's what Coach Van Dalen would refer to as a buck ram sweep coming out of the wing tee. And that's what I would call just get Brosell in space and let him do what he does best because he is so elusive out there.
Yep.
You know, talking about Brosell, the one word that Coach Plankovich uses when he describes Brosell is dynamic.
Impressive.
And I would agree.
Yep. Inside midfield, Ferndale on Linden's side at the 48-yard line. We cross under 9 minutes to go. Golden Eagles running play near side. Give it to Isaiah. Here he comes inside the 45, 40, 35, 30. Down to the 28-yard line. What a run by Carlson to the 28-yard line. First down, Golden Eagles.
That was just...
That's an athlete.
That was just Ferndale football at its finest right there, Mark. That was a true-on counter play. Left guard, left tackle. Left guard comes, blasts the DN. Left tackle comes, turns it up inside. And, oh, by the way, you got Isaiah Carlson that's on your linebackers and in the secondary, and he just ripped off another huge run.
8:34, 8:33 to go. Ferndale by 8. You got to figure a second score might clinch it, but we're not quite there yet. Wingman to the right. Hand off, running play, straight ahead, across the 25-20, down to the 18-yard line. On the run to the left, that is Ryan Pelton getting the carry for the Golden Eagles, and that's enough for a first down.
You got a feeling here Ferndale's starting to feel it. If they can punch the ball in and go out 2 possessions with the way they are playing, Linden, on the other hand, has got to find a way to dig their heels in here. They're just inside the red zone. If you're ever going to get a stop on defense in this big game, it's got to be right now for Linden.
We're approaching the 8-minute mark as Ferndale comes up to the line. First down. They're at the 18-yard line. Fumble on the snap. Ball is loose. Guys down after it.
Oh, this could be one big play.
Linden is pointing their way, but Ferndale isn't freaking out. Forgive the technical football term.
I think Carlson got it back.
Yep, Golden Eagles jump on it.
Oh, wow. You talk about a game changer.
Wow, that could have been huge. Ball came loose in a hurry, but Golden Eagles safely cover it up. 7:34, 7:33 to go. 21-13 Ferndale. They're trying to add on. They're at the Linden 21-yard line, second down and 15. Rasmussen takes the snap. Yep, double handoff. There they go on the reverse. Left side, inside the 10, inside the 5. Barreling toward the end zone. Did he get there? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Ferndale. Or they're going to say he's down at the 1. Hang on, Josh. Hang on. Don't write it down yet.
That's Jacob Brissell again, though.
Brissell to the 1. Sorry for the premature touchdown call. His knee went down at the 1-yard line.
Oh, dang. That's one of those misdirection plays again where you basically had 2 handoffs.
That double handoff, when it works right, can be just glorious to watch.
That's why you got to play assignment football when you're playing a team like that. You can't get your head in the backfield and start looking for guys, because what happens is you end up tackling the guy that didn't have the ball. Next thing you know, Brissell's 15 yards the other way, almost scoring.
Under 7 minutes now, 6:53. Golden Eagles lining up, first and goal from the 1. Handoff, running play, straight ahead, into the end zone. This time, it's a touchdown, Ferndale.
Ryan Pelton.
Pelton finishes the drive, taking it in. We can't quite call it the clincher yet, but it's now a 2-score lead for Ferndale with 6:44 to go.
And you just have the feeling that with the way that Ferndale's played tonight, the way they've controlled the clock, that could have been the play they needed. Still 6:44 left in the game, so Linden's got to find a way to score quick and get a stop. But that was an awfully good-looking drive there by the Golden Eagles, Mark.
Ferndale for the extra point. Snap, spot, kick is up, and it's good. And they add to that lead. 6:44 left. Ferndale 28, Linden 13. Back in a moment on KPUG and KPUG1170.com. Ferndale running back Ryan Pelton finishes off the drive from a yard out. Extra point makes it 28-13. Golden Eagles out in front with 6:44 left. A little too early to call it the finishing touch, but potential. Let's see.
So onside kick.
I was going to say the Ferndale kick just kind of comes to rest at the 32-yard line. Linden jumps on it at the last minute. That could have been a mess.
Just a go back to that play that led to the touchdown by Thomas Purcell. It was that misdirection play, and
Yep.
it looked like he was going to get in.
Wide side of the field.
But what a great execution on that play. I always get nervous as a coach when I've got multiple handoffs going on the same play, but that was executed to perfection there. Well done by the Golden Eagles.
Linden is back at their own 32-yard line. Again, the Lions are down by 2 touchdowns with 6:43 to go. Quarterback Baylor Ayers in the gun. 5 receivers, 2 to the right, 3 to the left. Baylor takes the snap, guns it over here. Catch made, that's Cade Slayton. Beyond the 40, out to about the 42-yard line.
Just have a feeling that Cade Slayton is Baylor Ayers' security blanket. Whenever he needs a big play, he dials up number 3.
Exactly 10 yards, so that'll be a fresh set of downs at the 42-yard line. Oh, everybody moved. 10 guys moved for Linden, but the center did not. And he will get a little talking to from Baylor Ayers about snap counts right now, and they'll back him up 5 yards.
It's hard enough that they got to rip off a long drive here and do it quickly.
Without mistakes.
Now you're kind of working against yourself a little bit.
Yep. So back him up 5. Linden now 1st and 15. Lions at the 37-yard line. Ayers takes the snap, rolls to his right, looking downfield, cuts back toward the middle of the formation, unloads, and it's going to be incomplete. Trying to get to wide receiver Cole Antipas. I'm sorry if I'm saying Cole's name wrong. The junior at 5'9", 160, nothing doing. 3rd and long.
That time it looked like Trey Kyle was able to get there for the Golden Eagles. He was able to get up in Baylor Ayers' face just enough to where he couldn't set his feet and make a good throw there.
Lions setting up on 2nd and 15. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff to Wheeler straight ahead. There he goes, 45, approaching midfield as he gets tripped and knocked down. Needed 15, got close to it. Caleb might have gotten 13 or 14.
Big James Sorensen, a big guard there. 6'2", 280 for Linden, had a nice kick out block.
Looks like he didn't get quite as far as I thought. 3rd down and 4. Ayers takes the snap. Keeper straight ahead. There he goes. He is going to get wrapped up and thrown down. Needed 4, did Baylor Ayers. That's going to be 2. And it's going to bring up 4th and 2. And it's getting to be very definitive time right here. With 5:26 to go, Linden is going to have to convert this.
That's the first time I'm going to say Christian Bethia tonight, but he is the big senior transfer last year from Oak Harbor. 6'3", 305. You can see why Baylor keeps going to that left side, Mark.
Okay, Linden's got to convert here. It's 4th down and 1.5 yards. Snap to Ayers, straight ahead run play, and did he get it? Doesn't look like it.
It's going to come down to the spot.
Doesn't look like it from here. We'll see.
I don't know. The guy on the bottom standing on the 49. The guy at the top looks like he's standing on like the 49.5. They didn't get it.
They did not get it. Here comes Ferndale's defense flying off the field.
And Linden's offense isn't leaving.
They're not leaving, but it sure doesn't look like he got it. Oh, are they going to measure?
Well,
Now that we made the call, looks like they're going to measure. We'll see if we get burned here.
I think he needed to get to the 48, and they're not even to the 49 mark. I don't think he's short. Unfortunately for Linden, he might have come up short on that. Just based on the yard markers, here they come.
Yep, they'll measure. If we got a little premature in the heat of the moment, our apologies, but they will measure.
Such an important spot here.
Yep. They'll pull it tight. Yeah, they're well short. They're 2 feet short. So Ferndale will get it back, and they are close to putting the finishing touches on this one. With 5:03 to go, Ferndale gets the ball back by 15.
Wow. Big play there on 4th down. Must convert for Linden, must stop for Ferndale.
Josh, when we write our book, I think tonight is going to get a whole chapter because we are getting a lot of messages from people.
I don't know if it's
more people tuned in than usual.
It's the COVID environment we're in. We're used to seeing 5,000 people in this stadium.
I think you're right.
Tonight we have 200 if we're lucky.
Ferndale has it back. Rasmussen takes the snap. Here's a run to the left over left guard, crossing midfield. to about the 47-yard line.
And by the way, your chair is just driving everybody bonkers.
Really, the squeak is out of control?
I'm adding WD-40 to your kid.
Hashtag squeak.
You get a new nickname if you're not careful. Hey, Squeaky.
Made myself laugh. Ferndale will set up again.
Sorry for all you out there that are a little OCD and don't like this squeak noise.
Yes. Or for those of you that don't like two guys getting a little bit cold and a little bit delirious.
Yeah. I'm just excited that this game has not under-delivered. What a matchup.
Yep, this is great. This is high-quality football right here. Handoff, Carlson running right, cuts back toward the middle, and Isaiah will take it down to the 41, lean to the 40-yard line. Very close to a first. Let's see if he got it.
Yeah, we knew this game was going to come down to a battle in the trenches. Big offensive line for Linden, big defensive line for Ferndale. Flip side, you saw 9 guys in the box for Ferndale. So far, Ferndale's been able to own it.
Josh, they tried the eyeball test, and it's too close, so they're going to have to bring the sticks on here to measure to see if it's a first down.
Wow, that one looks even closer than the last one.
With 4:12 left to go, Ferndale 28, Linden 13, and we bring on the chain gang. By the way, we're also getting word from back in town. It's a final. Linden Christian 71, Bellingham nothing.
Wow.
Yikes.
I just got a picture from Brady Bomber. He took a picture of his computer,
Hi, Coach.
basically marking the spot, and he said, looks like it was really close. So
Ferndale gets the first down.
there's 2 spots that did not.
Is the coach back on the pass interference?
No, he's not back on the pass interference. He's in the 4th quarter now.
Okay.
He's looking at this game in that last spot, and he said it was awfully close. So
Gotcha.
I'll take your word for it, Brady. I don't have the close-up angle that they do here with the cameras.
Ferndale gets the favorable spot, first down with 4:12 left to go. All signs point to a Golden Eagle win now with the 15-point lead. Fresh set of downs, 41 yards away from adding on even more. Anybody else notice it just got really quiet around here?
That's what happens when you're color guys.
Nice.
You just can't think of what to say.
or when your radio guys being too loud, it's sick of my own voice. Hand off, straight ahead run across the 40, about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, you're going to see a steady diet of run here. It's going to be Pelton, right?
Yep, that was Pelton for 2 right there, maybe 3.
Might splash in a little Isaiah, maybe a little Bussell, but Ferndale has no reason not to run the ball here. We're inside 3:30 and ticking. Cool thing about Brady Bomber, I don't know if I told you, is he is now a football coach.
I heard that.
Add that to his resume. He's already got a few shifts over on the girls' basketball side.
Coach Bomber could catch a ball when he was a Linden wide receiver
Yes, he can.
back in the day.
Played the slot well from what I heard.
Yep, and he was a state champion.
Yeah.
Quarterback Chris Bolt, etc. Handoff. Here's a run to the left for the Golden Eagles. Turn it back toward the middle. Turn it back. They try to do the full reverse field, and they're just going to get thrown down at about the 39-yard line. I think that's the inadvertent kill time right there with 2:54, 2:53 to go, and Ferndale up by 15.
Yeah, one of the things we talked about in a big game like this is the mistakes and which team's going to make the mistakes and which team's going to make the turnovers. I bet you when we talk to Coach Plankovich, he's going to say, I'm going to ask him point blank, Coach, did you think your young team would come out here and execute like they did without the mistakes? And so far, you're seeing the experienced Linden team with the turnovers and with the points not in the red zone so far.
Clock running all the while, 2:24, 2:23 to go. Snap is fumbled. Bunch of bodies down after it right there at the 40-yard line. Looks like the quarterback Rasmussen was able to fall on his own fumble. Stop the clock with 2:13 to go, 28-13. Coach Plankovich is a few big steps out on the field in front of us, shouting some instructions at his guys.
Looks like Linden's going to get a chance back there.
Yeah, they're going to drop deep for the punt. That's the starting running back, Caleb Wheeler.
So what do you do when you got to dial up 2 scores and a 2-point conversion with 2 minutes to go?
Might I suggest the bomb?
I suggest you do a lot of throwing plays, so if you don't succeed, then it's going to just stop the clock. You got to manage your timeouts. Looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field
Yep,
right now.
2:13 left to go, break in the action, folks. We will take a 30-second timeout. Come back in a moment. 28-13 Ferndale. Back in a moment, excuse me, on KPUG and KPUG1170.com. Ferndale will punt on 4th down. That ball checks up like a Josh Wright 2-iron, right at about the 9-yard line where it will be down. By the way, our buddy Matt in the studio came to my defense and wanted everyone to know he cannot hear the squeaky chair.
Yeah, it's a live stream.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And by the way, I've never checked up a 2-iron. Who keeps a 2-iron?
I was just going to say, and who checks it up? If you do, you're trying to hit it as far as you can. That's not well done.
I'm thinking maybe a pitching
Yes,
wedge.
or 9-iron. You're right.
I can hit an 8-iron that'll check up something.
When you're right, you're right. Linden ball, exactly 2 minutes left to go. 28-13.
I don't know what's more impressive, the athleticism on the field or Coach Plankovich running out saying, "Get away from the ball!" He wanted that clock to run.
Here come the Lions. A long ways to go. Then they need the ball back and do it again. They unload right side, looking for Ian Jacob. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Baylor put that one right between his numbers that time, and I think what Ian did that time is he started to think about what he was going to do after the catch and looked upfield.
By the way, if form holds, we will have Coach Plankovich up here. Or Josh, are you going to be gutsy enough to go down there?
I think I'm going to go chase him down
Okay,
there.
nice.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to want to do that ladder that we do to get up here.
Oh, that's a killer. Taking years off my life. That's another chapter in my book,
That's
by
if
the
I
way.
can get my smartphone to work with frozen hands.
That's true. We hope. Lions the other way. Pass over the middle. Incomplete. Too tall for the intended receiver, Cade Slayton. That'll bring up 3rd down with 1:49 left to go. Ferndale up 28-13.
Well, this game lived up to the hype. There's no doubt about it, Mark. I mean, you take the crowd away from it, but these teams tonight, they brought a lot of energy.
Yep, this is impressive football.
Especially for week 2 after 16 months off. You always wonder how your guys are going to respond in big games and situations like this.
Lions quarterback Baylor Ayers back to pass. Tucks it away. He's going to run. Now he'll reverse field over there to the right side. Middle of the formation across the 15, 20, 25, and goes into a baseball slide down at about the 26-yard line. Minute 35 left to go. And that's enough for a 1st down.
Move the chains all the way out to the 25-yard line.
Yep.
Good looking run there by Baylor, just a coverage situation.
Ayers is back to pass on this one. Unloads left side. Catch made across the 30. Out to the 32, maybe the 33-yard line.
Cool anti-pass there
Yep.
with the reception.
Pass makes another catch. That's his 2nd of the night. 3 receivers bunched tight to the left. Clock running with 1:27, 1:26 to go. Baylor Ayers, high, deep ball, right side, single coverage, and it's going to be incomplete. In the direction of Ian Jacob.
It looked like Jacob was going to go up and get that one. That would have moved it all the way down to about the 46 inside Ferndale territory, but he didn't come down with it. He's frustrated.
Minute 18 left to go. Ferndale out in front, 28-13. Linden trying for a last gasp here.
As I look at this Linden offense, or this Linden sheet 2, Mark, I'm not seeing a lot of seniors on this roster either. Both very young teams.
Ayers is back to pass. Baylor guns it over the middle. Diving catch made across midfield to about the 45-yard line.
That was an impressive throw right there by Baylor.
Isaiah Stanley with another catch. The hotshot young sophomore had to dive for all he was worth.
That time I saw Baylor, he had a good pocket around him. He kept his base wide. He just stepped into that throw. He threw that with his hips, and that looked like a. Yeah, I think Baylor's going to play potentially as central, is what I'm hearing, Mark. And you see why there. That was a great looking throw.
By the way, the clock just reset to a full 12 minutes as we have a Linden drive going, and something just went, as Doug Lang used to say, went wiggity whack on us.
Oh, we're down to 118.
Okay, that's better. 118. Josh, I'm sorry, we did the pop quiz on the air. You said Baylor at Central as a quarterback?
I think so, yeah.
All right.
He had some great looking form on that throw.
We have strong feelings in this booth about Central.
Yeah,
but
we don't have a lot of choices these
I was
days.
going to say, but if a Whatcom County guy is doing it, he's got our support.
Yeah, same thing when Marsh went there last year, the
Yep.
other guys.
Well said.
Yeah, there's a lot of Whatcom County players that end up in Central these days.
Here come the Lions. Clock running, 106, 105. High deep ball, left side. Overshoots his man, incomplete. Ian Jacob, by the way, on the far side took a bad step. And he can barely stand over there on the right side of the formation.
He tweaked his ankle.
Yeah. Ian will try to walk the paint off. 59 seconds left to go. By the way, the score is not on the scoreboard anymore.
we'll update you fans. It's 28-13, so.
Thank you, partner. Thank you for getting my highly official cue.
Still a two-possession game.
Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Wheeler is the running back. He is to the right of quarterback Baylor Ayers. Baylor takes the snap, rolls to his right, cuts back left. Now he'll reverse field to the right. Unload right side. Catch made by Jacob, who's doing okay after all. Catches the 35 down to about the 33-yard line. Stop the clock with 50 seconds left to go. Linden going to try to get every second they can out of this game.
Yeah, this is probably the best throwing drive we've seen out of Baylor tonight.
Baylor takes the snap here. Unloads over the middle. Leaping attempt incomplete. A little too tall out in front of Isaiah Stanley. Has had a good game, but again at 5'10", that one was too far out in front. 41 seconds left. It's been a pretty entertaining night.
Yeah, it started out, it was going at record pace there in the first half because we probably had less than 5 passes in every run play. And it's slowed down a little bit here in the second half, but it's still been a fairly fast game overall.
Second down and 10 for the Lions. Again, Linden down 15 here with 41 seconds left. Baylor Ayers in the gun. Takes the snap. There's a horn going off for some reason in the background. Forgive me as I fall awkwardly silent, waiting to see what the call is. That horn was very out of place.
It's pretty random, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't know where it's coming from.
Clock is down to 35 seconds.
Gotta score, gotta get an onside kick. A lot has to happen here for Linden to get back in this game.
They did follow through and pass, by the way. It was incomplete. Lions, 5 receivers set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Ayers takes the snap. Back to pass. Instead, he'll tuck it and run to his right. Spin move, and he's going to get clobbered by about 3 different Ferndale defenders. Little, if any, gain on the run by Baylor Ayers with 27 seconds left.
I think I'm going to go see if I can catch Coach Plankovich
Okay,
here.
we'll be here when you come back. That man, Josh Wright, making the run downstairs. We'll talk to Coach Plankovich, either live or on tape, as soon as we get the opportunity. Looks like his guys are going to wrap up the win here on their home field. Brief stoppage of play, folks. Let's take a 30-second timeout. 30-second timeout with 27 seconds left to go in the game. 28, Linden 13, back in a moment on KPUG and KPUG1170.com. Lions with the play. It's this pass over there to the right side. Complete. Catch is made by Isaiah Stanley. Just between us, I'll tell you the clock never started on that play. Now they'll get it running. Referee will circle his arm. They'll start it, and Ayers will spike the ball and stop the clock with 16 seconds left to go. Ferndale 28, Linden 13. Counting this one down, 16 seconds to go. Again, we've just sent Josh down below to either grab Coach Plankovich or tape an interview. We'll be as surprised as you are, whatever happens. Baylor Ayers in the gun, 2 receivers to either side. Baylor takes the snap, guns it left side, going to be incomplete. Nine seconds left to go after the incompletion. There's a cry of "Here we go, Eagles," right there down below us. Can we crank the mic for you? Oh, we can, but just in time for them to stop cheering. Never mind. It's the king of timing. Thank you. 9 seconds, 28-13, Golden Eagles. Baylor Ayers has the running back Wheeler on his right hip. 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Baylor takes the snap. Back to pass, looking left side, guns it that way. Diving attempt in the end zone is incomplete. with 2 seconds left to go in the game. Just 2 seconds left. The hotshot running back, Thomas Brosell, for Ferndale, playing some defensive back, is the one who knocked that one loose. It'll be the final play of the night right here. Baylor Ayers back to pass. There goes the horn. He guns it over the middle. Is the catch made? Let's see, had a receiver in the area. Yeah, touchdown on the last play of the game. So that's how it ends, with a touchdown catch. Isaiah Stanley with the touchdown catch, just affecting what the final margin is going to be, as Ferndale is going to get the win. Not the most dramatic win of all time, with the other guys scoring on the last play, but still, it's a Ferndale victory. Ferndale comes out on top, 28-19. We'll take a timeout, come back, we'll relive the scoring plays of this one, get a chance to catch up with Coach Plankovich when we return in a moment on KPUG and KPUG1170.com.